spray perfume when they sit down to film? I do it every time and I don't know why. Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. Hi, my name is Kendall, and here we talk about all things makeup and all things makeup related and sometimes other stuff. Today I am going to be doing the 21 makeup questions tag started by Allie Glines here on YouTube. I'm gonna have her video linked below so you can go check out hers where she started it all, and I'm also gonna have the questions down below so you can play along. Real quick, I just need to show off my shirt. If I can find it on Etsy, I will link it down below. If you know, you know. I thought it was so cute. I don't want to make this intro super long. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. It would mean so much to me. It helps me a lot. And if you feel like it, give this video a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the 21 questions tag by Allie Glines. All right, what is the oldest makeup product in your collection? That I'm pretty sure is going to be the Too Faced I Want Candy palette. This is a collaboration they did with Candy Johnson. I even still have the little sticker attached to it. I never pulled it completely off. And this is what the inside looks like. So pretty. This palette has to be so old. I mean, it says 2017 Too Faced Cosmetics on the back. This palette is far past expired, but I still keep it just for like a nostalgia purposes. And the shades, honestly, I haven't put them on my eyes, but look how pretty. Like I feel like they still look really nice. That pink was my favorite. The shade Frosted Pink. Oh, it has my heart. Yeah, this is definitely the oldest palette in my collection, but I can't get rid of it because I think it's so cute. What is your most recent makeup purchase? Most recent purchase, I ordered 2 or 3 of the new e.l.f. putty blushes. For the most recent purchase that I actually like have in hand, I'm still waiting on the blushes to come in, is the KVD Vegan Beauty Lalita Por Vida palette. This palette came out a while ago and I guess they discontinued it. They brought it back in limited quantities, as they say, and I'm so excited to have this. As soon as I got the alert that this was back in stock, I dropped everything I was doing to pick this up. Something about this just like speaks to my soul. This shade right here, stop it. When I first heard this palette was going out of stock and I couldn't get my hands on it unless I wanted to pay like an obscene amount of money on eBay. All right, what is the first makeup product you ever used? So like in my lifetime, I did a lot of performing when I was a kid. I did a lot of like show choir and stuff. Like as soon as I was old enough to walk and talk, I was doing dance classes and acting classes, like performing arts stuff. So at a very young age, I was wearing like stage makeup, you know? So probably lipstick. When I was a kid, I was in this group called Broadway Babies. And we would do like, do you see Charlie in the background? He always has to make himself known in any video. So there's your Charlie appearance for the day. Anyway, I was in this show choir group called Broadway Babies and we did a bunch of like different performances. So I always had to wear stage makeup for that. If I can find the picture that I'm thinking of, I'll put it up right here. And I got like this bright red lip on, and that's probably the first makeup item I ever wore was lipstick. What is a makeup trend that you used to love but you now hate? I'm gonna throw it back to like my high school days with like the heavy eyeliner. I think we all just wanted to channel our inner like Avril Lavigne skater boy era. The black eyeliner, like just not even like in the waterline, just like black. It just looked bad. It just looked really bad. So yeah, just like heavy black eyeliner, that trend. I used to be all about it. And now I look back at pictures and I'm like, oh, God, no. So yeah, heavy eyeliner trend. What is your favorite step in your makeup routine? I think okay, it's not like my favorite step because it's very boring. I think my favorite thing to do in makeup, oh, I have so many for different reasons. I love doing eyeshadow because I love being able to just sit down and just like create. Love doing eyeshadow. I think it's so fun, and it's just like really, I get to be creative, even though my looks are by no means creative, but it's kind of like my time to do art on my face. So I really like doing eyeshadow. I love adding highlight. The last step that I do is add mascara, and I think mascara really completes a look. I think if you wear false eyelashes, then false eyelashes would be my answer. So those 3 things for 3 different reasons. What is a makeup product you can't live without? Mascara. What sparked your love for makeup? I think just being a like performing arts kid growing up, I was always doing something, either dancing or performing in like plays or musicals or doing like on-camera classes or stuff like that. So I was always around makeup, and I was always around stage makeup, and I always thought it was really fun. So yeah, I've always been interested in it, but as far as like the YouTube makeup, like how I'm into it now, I would have to say, honestly, Jaclyn Hill. I started watching Jaclyn Hill when I was in college, and she really kind of introduced me to all these brands. I didn't know who any of these brands were before I started watching her. I knew like Urban Decay, and that was it. So yeah, watching, I mean, not just Jaclyn Hill, but watching all the like OG beauty YouTubers when I was in college really sparked my interest, but definitely Jaclyn Hill I attribute to like my love for makeup. What is the worst makeup look you've ever done? Just go look back at some of my first few videos and you'll see those were the worst I've ever done. I'm obviously like not a professional by any means necessary. This is just like a hobby and something that I like to do. I like to sit down and play with makeup. I don't claim to be good at it by any means. It's just something fun for me to do. But yeah, I've definitely noticed I've improved on my skill since I started my channel. Jeez, cause like my first few videos that I did like tutorials, it's so bad. Like I look so janky, and I'm like, okay guys, I'm like, no, just stop, just shut up, Kendall. Any of my first few videos is the worst makeup look I've ever done. And also like my entire makeup that I wore through like middle school and high school, those also would be the worst makeup looks I've ever done. Because again, heavy black eyeliner, pale foundation, didn't know what bronzer was, a mess. What is your favorite makeup look you've ever done? I have one in particular, and it's one that I actually did with the Estate Bailey Sarian palette. So this palette right here, and funny enough, I like didn't give this palette the best review. I said I didn't really like how the shades perform, but I have the final look that I did with this like saved in my camera roll, and every time I scroll past it, I'm like, that actually like doesn't look bad. So that was one of my favorite eye looks I've ever done. I need to sit down and like play with this palette again, because I always stop at that picture when I see it in my camera roll, and I can't really remember why I gave this palette a bad review. I think I said I didn't really like the mattes, but yeah, that was my favorite look. And then also the look that I did with the Raw Beauty Kristi Pure palette was one of my favorites. I used the neutral side right here. I'll pop a picture of that up here as well. And I just really liked how that turned out, and I was really proud of them. I feel like everything looked pretty blended for the most part, and I know like a lot of the times my eyeshadow doesn't look very blended because again, I'm still learning, but yeah, I was really like proud of those eye looks, so I would say those two. What is your favorite drugstore makeup product? I'm trying to think, and I'm sure as soon as like I'm editing this, I'm gonna think of like 12 more, but one that instantly popped out of my head, because this is something that I use all the time, is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the like just stark white shade. You can see like I've used up so much of it. This is what I use to cut my crease with, and I really like it. I have no complaints, and it's super inexpensive. So yeah, I guess I would say this just because I get so much use out of it, and it's something that I will definitely repurchase time and time again to do a cut crease with. So I don't know how this would work as an actual concealer. Obviously I couldn't use this shade as a concealer because it is paper white, but to do a cut crease with, it's really nice, and shadow lays well on top of it. So yeah, that's my favorite drugstore product. What is your favorite splurge makeup product? My blinged brushes. So my blinged brushes are my favorite splurge items. I saw Paige Corin use these all the time and I was like, wow, I need those. But they're very expensive, but they are very good quality. And I actually won a giveaway with them where they sent me like 2 different sets, and it was such a generous giveaway. I actually filmed an unboxing when I got the package in, and I'll have it linked down below if you want to watch that. But yeah, they sent me a bunch of brushes and they're just so stunning. I don't even want to use them half the time because they're so stunning. I always have them displayed on my desk. I got this in today, this brush holder from Amazon. I'll have it linked down below, and it has all the eye brushes from Bling Brushes in it. I think it looks so cute. I also was inspired to get this by Paige Corin. I need to do like a whole Paige Corin made me buy it because girl has made me buy a lot of stuff. And I will have the Bling Brushes website linked down below. What is your what is your earliest makeup memory? I distinctly remember like the first time I actually played with makeup myself, and like I didn't have like a makeup artist, or like sometimes the moms would come in and do it. I remember we were doing a production of Oliver, and they had actually taught us how to do our makeup. They had like these mirrors set up for all of us kids with like the Hollywood lights around them, and it just was so cool. But yeah, we had a class that we took before this where they taught us how to make our faces look dirty with makeup and how to make us look tired. So that's the earliest memory I have doing that. I can't believe I remember that. I was so young. I had to have been like six or 7 at the time, but I remember just feeling so professional, like at my little station, because we all had our stations with the lighted mirror. It was so cool. What is your favorite place to shop for makeup? I guess it should be, where is your favorite place to shop for makeup? Ulta or Sephora? I know that there's like Ulta fans and Sephora fans. Honestly, I don't really like lean either way, wherever, because some brands are exclusive to Ulta and some brands are exclusive to Sephora. I'm kind of like impartial either way. I haven't gone into like an actual Sephora or Ulta since it's been a year. It doesn't really matter. I guess whoever has faster shipping. I do like Ulta's reward point system better. What is the most underrated makeup product that you own? Okay, I have 2 that I feel like people don't talk about enough. They're both from Rare Beauty. If you know, you know. One is the eyeliner that Rare Beauty came out with. This is so good. I suck at doing eyeliner. Like I can't do wings, but with this, I feel like I kind of can. Like, are they perfect? Absolutely not. But are they something? That's really the question that we're all asking. For me personally, I think the way that the like component is shaped and the way I hold it in my hand, I don't know, something about the shape of this I think like really makes it easy to get a wing. The way the product is dispensed from the little tip of this is just perfect. Because sometimes you use liners like this and you start doing a wing and then it just like bleeds out and it just looks like a block. This is so precise and so lovely, and no one talks about it. And I'm like, hello. If you haven't picked this up yet, I highly recommend it. The next underrated product that I have, the Rare Beauty Lip Soufflés. These are so nice. They're not matte, so they're not completely transfer proof, but they stay on pretty dang well. I love them. I have like all but 3 shades. I did a lip swatch video on these. If you're interested, I'll have that link down below. They go on like a matte liquid lipstick, but they dry down almost like a cream to powder, and they're so smooth on the lips. They're amazing. Don't tell me otherwise. I don't want to hear it. I am right. You are wrong. Just totally kidding. But yeah, these are so nice, so nice. So what is the most overrated makeup product that I own? Don't get mad, but the most overrated products that I own are the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. They're nice. Don't get me wrong, they're real nice and they are beautiful on, but they're too expensive for what they are. Like, they're not that great. They're not like $30 great. Is that even how much they are? Hold on. Yeah, these are $34 a pop. They're just not worth it. They're okay, but not for freaking $34. Like, come on. Question number 18, we are almost there. What is a discontinued makeup product you wish would come back? The Muerte palette from Melt. I don't know what a girl has to do to get Melt to bring back the Muerte palette. And I'm not the only one that thinks this way, okay? Okay, I know so many other people want them to bring it back, and I extra want them to bring it back because what am I supposed to do with one half of a skull? I need the other half. This is, if you don't know, this is the Vita palette, and this is like the Muerte's counter palette. They released this with the Muerte palette together. They released these before I like really even got into makeup. I didn't even know who Melt Cosmetics was until 2020. I don't know when this collection even released, but I did not know who Melt was when this released, and that's just not fair. So they brought back the Vita. They were like, oh, the Vita palette's back in stock, and I was like, because I thought they were gonna bring back the Muerte palette too, but they didn't. They just brought back the Vita. I don't know. I really do like this palette though. I think it's so pretty. I want to do a video with it. These colors are so out of my comfort zone, but looking at it makes me so happy. And the packaging, but I want the other half. So after this video, if we can all collectively go harass Melt, that would be really nice. I'm totally kidding. Don't harass Melt. But if you do, tell them to bring back the Muerte palette. All right, question 19. Where do you go for makeup inspiration? I guess just watching YouTube videos. Question 20. What do you hope to see less of in makeup's future? Limited edition stuff. Like, if you're gonna come out with a collection, come out with like a staple collection and let it stay. If it flops, get rid of it. But if it's something that obviously people want, don't make it limited edition, and don't say it's limited edition and then like have people like going absolutely nutty for it, and then all of a sudden like, oh, we're gonna keep it after we made such hype about it being limited edition. No, just do away with limited edition stuff. And the Muerte palette is what I'm talking about. And also, Melt's on like my shit list today. I love them. Melt, I love you, don't take it personally. But also with the Beetlejuice palettes. So many people want these palettes, but they were limited edition, and now if you want them, you have to pay like upwards of $300 for them on eBay, and that's ridiculous. Just bring these back and make them a staple. Like, what? Why can't you? Why not? I don't know. I don't like limited edition collections. I think it puts too much pressure on the buyer, and there's no reason to do it. It's so stupid. Like, unless they were contractually obligated by Warner Brothers to make this limited edition, what was the point? I don't know. Okay, we're on the last question. And that is, what do you hope to see more of in makeup's future? I want to see more brands collabing with smaller influencers. Well, I was going to use Morphe as an example, but like, honestly, no one wants Morphe anymore. No shade. Personally, I don't really care about Morphe, but I'm saying like, we see all these collabs with like Morphe and James Charles, Morphe and Jaclyn Hill, Morphe and Jeffree Star, all these big names. Like, very recently, brands have been collaborating with quote unquote smaller YouTubers, like the Kaleidos Angelica Nyquist. I don't know her last name is like a beautiful Swedish name, and I know I'm gonna butcher it. The Angie Kaleidos palette that just came out, I actually have that palette, but it came with a shattered shadow, and they're sending me a new one. Kaleidos customer service, by the way, is 10 out of 10. But yeah, like that palette came out, Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson. My friend Britt Clark came out with her favorite brush collection with BK brushes. Just like brands collaborating with quote unquote like smaller YouTubers. And by smaller, I mean like less than 1 million subscribers. You know what I mean? I refer to those as like indie influencers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have the mainstream like big YouTubers, and then I refer to like the smaller ones like Angie and like Teresa is Dead. I would love a Teresa is Dead makeup collaboration, but I refer to them as like the indie influencers. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. All right, everybody, that was the 21 questions tag by Allie Glines. Did I say her name wrong the whole time? It's Allie Glines. Did I say Glines earlier? I don't remember. Anyway, that was the 21 questions tag by Allie Glines with an L. Let me know if anything I said resonated with you. I'd love to know down below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not and you feel like it. I can't tell you what to do, but it would mean a lot to me. And give this video a thumbs up if you have not and you want to. No pressure though. That is it for me today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.